Welcome back to Excel for Economics. Here we're going to be looking at some of the utilities that can help save time and easier process of data and tables. So the first one is how Excel actually references cells. So if we wanted to take the sum of this range, which is just itself, such that as we drag this across, we can see that it moves with it. And this is both horizontally and vertically. So this bottom left one will just be simply the sum of the value here. Now, one of the things that can be done in Excel is we can put an absolute reference. So we can say the first row has to be maintained in our sum. And this can be done by toggling using F4. So that we can get to the row. If we miss, we just keep clicking F4 until we get there. And now this 6 will remain no matter where we are in our table. So here we can see that 6, this row, is maintained. So it now sums up each of the columns as it goes through. So it's a cumulative summation of the columns. Now, if we want to do a cumulative summation of the rows, this time we can put a $sign on the A, and now the A will always remain the same. So now when we're summing up, we can maintain this column A as always the starting point of our summation. And if we wanted an absolute reference of the corner, then we just need to have both the rows and the columns hold. And then as it drags across, it'll continue to make a larger rectangle or square, depending on where you are. So here it's going to sum up everything. So this is a corner sum of everything inside of the data. Now, the other thing that's available is that if we go to formulas. My God. So if we go to formulas, then we can do what's called trace precedence. So this is, where does this go? So if I click on this one, I say trace precedence, what things led to getting us AA 13? Well, it's everything in this box. If I'm looking at this one here, so let's do the same. We can see that it's the row up to this, the first 3 in this row lead to this one. Now, how do we remove arrows? Luckily, there's a remove arrows, but we can also see where something goes. So if we have a value here, and we want to say, well, where's everything that this goes into? It goes into this one with this summation. It goes into these 3 in a row, goes to these 3 in each of these columns, and it goes into the entire, every array. Once it gets into the sum, it remains in the sum. And again, we can remove arrows. One other thing you can do is you can say, what if my cell is referencing somewhere outside of the data? Well, now you can double click on this dashed arrow and it will tell you where it is, the workbook, the utility, and then also the cell reference. And you could say, I want to go to that, and it'll jump to that cell for you so that you know where it is, and maybe there's a function here, or this is a hard-coded value. Okay, great. We'll see you in the next video.